everyone, it's Andrew Praber here with Great Expectations Realty. I've got to quit doing these late in the day videos because you're going to start thinking that I'm like absolutely out of my mind. Anyway, just wanted to remind you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please, if you want to get the latest and greatest from Great Expectations Realty and from yours truly. Go ahead and click subscribe so you will always get notified when there's a new video out. Okay, so after that little plug that I needed, I just want to go over the top 5 mistakes that we see buyers do when they're actually going to go and purchase a home. So the biggest mistake I would have to say, and I think pretty much everybody would say, is they don't get pre-qualified first. Now, as soon as somebody calls me and is like, well, I want to go and see some houses and let's go look at, whatever I found on Zillow or whatever. And I ask, are you pre-qualified or are you going to go ahead and purchase this in cash? They're like, oh, well, I'll get around to that later or whatever. I'm like, well, you might want to go ahead and do that now. Why do I say that? Okay, first response always is they're like, oh, you just want to make sure that I'm good for it. You don't think that I'm good for the money. Has nothing to, okay, well, it has a little bit to do with that, I have to admit. It would be like if my best friend was asking me to take her to the store to buy a gallon of milk and she doesn't bring her wallet. It's like, why am I driving you to the store to get groceries and you don't have like cash or credit card on you? I mean, hello. I'm not buying your groceries. So same kind of basic concept is like, why am I going to go and show you some houses that you don't know if you can afford, you don't know when you can afford them, and you don't know how much you can afford. I mean, like, what are you doing? Let's go ahead and get you pre-qualified so you at least have an idea, a budget. So when you go like grocery shopping, you know how much is in your bank account or you know how much you have on your credit card so you know how much to purchase. You're not going to be buying $500 worth of groceries if you can only afford maybe $100. If you only have $100, you're buying $100 worth of groceries. Otherwise, it gets really embarrassing, and I want to save you that embarrassment. So definitely go ahead, get pre-qualified. It takes a few minutes on the phone. Now, do you call me before or after getting pre-qualified? I don't care. I mean, okay, seriously, in my desk, I'm not even joking. These are about half of the business cards I have of people that I do business with regularly. Okay, this isn't even like a month. Okay, this is regularly do business with these people. So, I mean, this is anything from title companies to carpet cleaners to lenders. I mean, everything. So if you are not even sure where to start, call me and I will get you those people. Okay. So don't worry about calling me. It's just going out and actually showing you houses that aren't in your budget price range or even qualify for the financing that you're going to get. It's way too complicated. You're going to get your heart broken. It's going to be embarrassment. You don't want to go down that road, okay? I'm saving you a lot of time here. So just go ahead and give me a call, and I will go ahead and help you with whatever step you're on. But don't think it's just because I don't trust that you're going to have the money or I don't trust you. It has nothing to do with that. Not really. It's basically just to make sure that you can actually get the home of your dreams, okay? All right, so next question. Actually, not next question. It's actually the next big mistake. Anyway. The next thing that I see often is getting on the same page. You and your significant other have got to get on the same page. Like I will see, we actually asked somebody that was selling their house. It was a husband and wife. My husband and I were asking them, what their plans were and what their goals were so we could help them achieve their goals. And my husband asked, well, are you going to retire soon in the next, it was 6 months we were talking about. And the wife said yes, and the husband said no at the same time. I mean, they didn't even have the same goals for their life. So how in the world are they going to sell a home, buy a home, get everything figured out? We're going to be putting them on a timeline that they both haven't agreed on yet. And timing is very important when you're buying and selling a home. So get on the same page as far as timeline and also what kind of house that you want. I mean, if it's like, the husband's like, I absolutely have to have a 2-car or 3-car garage. It's got to have a workshop. It's got whatever. And the wife is like, I don't even care if it has a garage. I couldn't care less, but I would really love to have a massive laundry room. Okay. Make sure that those are on the same page. Maybe the wife is saying we absolutely have to have a bathtub in the guest bathroom for the kids, and the husband's like, oh no, houses with showers, it's all fine, So, and those are just some examples of stuff I've actually seen. Make sure that you guys sit down, talk about it, and decide wants and needs. And we actually do have a sheet for that. It's called the Dream Home Form. And you can kind of figure out, okay, these are our wants, these are our needs. This is like not even a question. The last one I filled out, the buyer put down, I absolutely must have a double vanity sink. Now the husband was like, it's not that important to me, but if it's important to her, then let's just look at the houses that only have double vanity sinks, because this is a major deal for her. Okay, so just making sure it went to a need category because they both agreed it was a need category. It wasn't necessarily as important to him, but it was a need for her, and he agreed with it. So we went and looked at houses that had double vanity sinks and eliminated a lot of houses that would not have made her happy. So that's the key. Eliminating the ones that are not going to fit in the criteria of what both parties have agreed to. So get on the same page so your realtor can get on the right page with you. Number 3, another mistake that I see buyers make when they're going out to purchase a home is they're using the listing agent. They don't realize that they actually can use their own buyer's agent. So they'll go out to maybe an open house or something like that, and they're like, oh, okay, this house is great. Let me just go ahead and put an offer. Oh, great, a lender. Okay, that's great. And they just go ahead and do that without really shopping around. They just see the house and they're like, okay, sure. Well, what if that house is overpriced? It's not like the listing agent is going to tell you that. The bank probably will later with the appraisal, but still, do you really want to have to waste all that time and all of that energy and emotion and everything on something that's not going to work out? No, let's, if it's a few $1,000s too, the bank might even appraise it. So yeah, but you wouldn't have had that situation if you had a buyer's agent. So always go ahead and get that buyer's agent so that you actually are covered. So your needs are listened to as much as the seller's. If you're using the listing agent, a lot of times they've already, while they're trying to get the transaction through, of course, they've already had kind of a bit of a relationship with the seller. So you want to make sure when you are writing out that contract that they have just as much of a relationship with you to get that transaction through. Okay, so another mistake that I see some of those home buyers make is they get their estimates of what they're going to offer on a house off of Zillow. All right. There's a love-hate relationship going on with a lot of realtors and Zillow. Zillow estimates are not appraisals, okay? Not the same thing, all right? There is no bank that I know of on the planet that will accept a Zillow Zestimate as an appraisal of value to a home. It doesn't happen, okay? So even Zillow, if you go down to the bottom of the page on Zillow and you click on Zestimates, it will actually tell you that it's 20% wrong. They have never seen the inside of the house. They're going to rate a house that has the same square footage in bedrooms and bathrooms and so forth as another house that's maybe not been updated since 1962 and maybe still has the same carpet from 1962. Okay, you got some funky green shag going on, and then you've got a house right next door that's absolutely completely remodeled and gorgeous and has granite countertops and all these upgrades and stuff. Zillow's going to rate them the same. Are they the same? No. And no appraisal would ever come in where they're the same, because updating a house can be very expensive. So it's just not the same market value. That's going to be a considerable difference. So don't bring in a Zillow estimate as, okay, well, this is the price that we have to get, or this is the estimate that I'm using. It's nice for just kind of informing you a basic idea, but it's not going to replace an actual human being's thought process on the house. So, and there are real specific reasons for that. So, okay, not real. All right. The last thing that I would say as far as mistakes that buyers make when purchasing a home is don't buy a home. If you're moving in the next 12 months, you're getting transferred or something like that, make sure that this is the right decision for you. I know a lot of people that will purchase a home when they know they're going to be moving in 12 to 24 months. If you're going to be moving in that short a time frame, just rent something. While renting is not a great long-term plan for your family's financial future, it is a fantastic opportunity for a lot of people, and it is there for a reason. So if you're going for a short-term situation, chances are you're not going to make any money. You're actually going to have a loss if you try to purchase a home in such a short time frame, because you're not allowing for enough time in the home for it to really appreciate normally. This is normally. And you're not going to live in the home long enough to really pay off any of those bank fees and everything, all the fees that you went through while purchasing the home. So if it's a shorter period of time, go ahead and rent a house or an apartment or whatever is going to suit your family's needs. And don't buy. Only buy if it's actually the right situation, right opportunity for you and your family. And if you have any questions about that, or if you just want some more information on your personal situation, please give me a call. That is what I'm here for. My phone number is 352-817-1600. This is Andrea, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.